Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon news update. So in this news update, we are going to be talking about the Prism Star cards for Fairy Rise. So we're almost at the end of Fairy Rise, and then we can move on to Explosive Impact, and I cannot wait for that. But without further ado, let's have a little look at the two Prism Stars, which will be within this set, but they'll be in our Lost Thunder set. That has been confirmed. We're getting 3 sets. We're getting Thunderclap Spark, we're getting Fairy Rise, and Explosive Impact all in one set. Biggest set so far. It's going to be amazing. So, Prism Star cards, let's have a little look. So, first one up we have is this guy slash girl right here. It is, of course, Xerneas Prism Star. Leads me to think that along the way we're probably going to get an Yveltal Prism Star. I would hope so anyway, because that's not very nice that we're getting one and not the other. But regardless, we are getting a Xerneas Prism Star. It is a fairy type with a HP of 160, and of course it is a basic, which is pretty nice. So it's got an ability which is called Life Road. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to become your active Pokemon, you may move any number of energies from your other Pokemon to this Pokemon. So, it is a fairly decent Pokemon because obviously you can just plonk it on the bench and be like, okay, I fancy bringing it up to the front. Happy days. It becomes the active. You can then decide, okay, I need 3 energies, and you take 3 from your bench then onto that, and it can then do its attack, which is pretty cool. Speaking of the attack, for 3 fairy energies, it's called Bright Horns, 160 damage, and then this Pokemon can't use Bright Horns during your next turn. So, I mean, that's okay. You could possibly just get rid of the 2 fairies. There are several cards which can help get fairy energies, fairy Pokemon, that sort of stuff. So, it should all be okay. Getting that to be retreated, so you can bring up something to carry on doing some damage. But 160 is pretty cool. With the choice span, that would be 190. You're knocking a Buzzwole out, which is pretty sweet indeed. So this being just a bench person, and then like, okay, there's a Buzzwole, Guzma, happy days. Obviously, it doesn't have to be a Buzzwole. It could be something else, like a Lele, for example, which is an easy KO there. Easy. And then, of course, it has a weakness to metal, resistance to dark, and a retreat, like we said, of 2. But it is pretty cool. And like I said, I will hope, fingers crossed, that we will hopefully see an Yveltal Prism Star coming soon. There is a dark set, so I wouldn't be at all surprised if they throw in an Yveltal Prism Star there. But it's what it does, that's what I want to know. But there we go, Xerneas, all sorted. So let's move on to the second one, which is this one right here. It is another stadium card. I like these Prism Star stadiums, they're very interesting indeed. But what is this one called? Well, it is called Life Forest Prism Star. A very interesting one. You've got that sort of shine on it, but you can see in the background it's in a forest. There's a sort of like Pokemon symbol on almost like a stone or a bush or something. I don't think it's on fire. I just think that's the glistening of the card, but I could be wrong. It does look slightly fiery. So, of course, like we said, it is a trainer stadium. And its sort of thing that it does is once during each player's turn, that player may heal 60 damage and remove all special conditions from one of their grass Pokemon. So you don't even have to have energies on them, you can just do a little bit of healing. Special conditions aren't that big, I'd like to say. With some Pokemon they do, you know, give you a special condition like confusion, paralyzed, that sort of thing. But the fact that you can actually get out of this with this is pretty cool. Now this also comes with a sort of mechanism to sort of keep it in play. So you can see here, as long as this stadium is in play, whenever a player uses an item or supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects of those cards done to this stadium. For example, Field Blower. Very easy thing to do is just go Field Blow your stadium away. Oh no. But with this thing, because it's just a one-off in the deck, and you might need it a little bit more to keep that healing going, you have got that little mechanism in it. So any any supporters or items cannot affect this stadium. However, Pokemon attacks, well, I think I mentioned this in our previous Thunderclap Spark Prism Star video, Pokemon attacks will probably go through, because it doesn't say anywhere on this card about stopping Pokemon attacks from discarding a stadium. For example, you know, it might say you may discard a stadium, you have to discard a stadium to do extra damage. So that would probably get rid of it. And then, of course, we've got this card stays in play. When you play it, discard this card if another stadium card comes into play. Which, yeah, that's fair enough. But if the same one goes into play, you can't play it. But, you know, there's only that. So they have to get a stadium out to get rid of this one. But they can't use Field Blower. So that's ideal. It's just a bit annoying. It's just a one-off. But it's pretty cool. It is definitely a very nice card as well. I definitely like it. I like these stadiums a lot. So let's finish this off with the Guess the GX. A very short episode just to show off these Prism Stars, but it's 2 extra off the list. So yesterday I gave you that picture right there. What was that? Well, it was a very old GX. It was Snorlax GX. There he is right there. Hasn't seen any play whatsoever. I think we all know why. The attack costs are whoa, what's going on? But yeah, there you go, Snorlax GX. And then let's have a little look at the Guess the GX for this episode. So we have got that picture there, and that picture right there. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on what that GX is, as well as which one of these Prism Stars is possibly your favourite, which one will you be using, which one won't you be using. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to hit that subscribe button below, and yeah, I will leave it here for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video on the channel.